Alright, let's talk about something that's on everyone's mind. In a world where AI is starting to give people all the answers directly, how on earth do you know if your content is even working anymore? Today we're going to dig into a new framework for measuring success, especially when clicks don't tell the whole story. So picture this. You create this absolutely brilliant piece of content. An AI finds it, loves it, and uses it to give someone the perfect answer to their question. That person is happy. The AI looks super smart. But your analytics dashboard? It shows absolutely nothing. Not a click, not a session, nothing. This is the new challenge we're all facing. AI is creating this kind of measurement black hole, and it's time we figure out how to see what's happening inside it. So first up, let's dive right into this idea of the measurement black hole. You know, for years the game was pretty simple, right? You made great content, you got high rankings, and that led to clicks and hopefully conversions. But these new AI answer engines are kind of breaking that model. By serving up the answer directly on the results page, they're making our old friends, clicks and sessions, way less reliable for measuring our impact. So the big question is, how do you prove you're still winning when the old scoreboard is basically broken? Okay, so enough about the problem. Let's start talking about the solution. And that means shifting our mindset to something called Answer Engine Optimisation, or AEO for short. And you can really see the evolution right here. Traditional SEO was all about one thing, winning that click. We were obsessed with position, click-through rates, and sessions. AEO is a totally different ballgame. The goal isn't the click anymore, it's to be the source of the answer. Our focus shifts from clicks to things like citations, trust signals, and owning those valuable answer snippets. It's a huge move from just trying to get traffic to actually influencing the information itself. So just to put a clear definition on it, Answer Engine Optimization is all about making your content the absolute preferred, most citable source for AI. It's about structuring your information so clearly, so authoritatively, that when a large language model needs an answer, it chooses you to provide it. So if we're not just tracking clicks anymore, what are we supposed to be tracking? Well, this brings us to the most important metric in the AEO world, something called share of model. Share of model is basically your brand's market share inside the AI's brain for any given topic. So, for example, for the topic on this chart, our content is the source for about 25% of the answers. But look, competitor A is ahead of us with 35%. A visual like this immediately tells you exactly where you stand, and more importantly, where your opportunities are. But how do you actually calculate this? Well, a share of model dashboard isn't just one magic number, it's a mix of a few key metrics. You're tracking how often your domain gets cited by AI tools. You're tracking your ownership of featured snippets. You're even looking at the percentage of zero-click answers. And this is a cool one, you're tracking the click-through rate after you've been cited to see if your answer was so good it's made someone want to learn more. Let's get even more specific though. To really get good at AEO, you need to track your ownership of things like featured snippets and those people also ask boxes. You need to watch your citation velocity. Are you showing up more this month than last month? And this one is so important. You have to try to capture the exact passage the AI used. That's pure gold. It tells you precisely what part of your content is hitting the mark. And of course, you track trust signals. Things like structured data and experts' bylines that just scream, "Trust me," to an AI model. Now you might be sitting there thinking, okay great, but where in the world do I get all of this data? And the answer is there's no one magic tool for this. The secret is fusing different data sources together. You're essentially building your own AEO data stack. You're still going to use Search Console for impressions and your analytics platform for conversions, of course, but you also need to dig into your server logs to see how AI bots are crawling your site. And this is a big one. You'll need to do some manual AI sampling, literally just asking the AI tools questions to find citations that your automated dashboards might miss. And this quote really just nails it. Signal fusion is essential because no single tool tells the whole story. You have to piece these different signals together to get a truly accurate picture of how you're doing in this new landscape. So once you have this amazing new measurement system, what do you do with it? You don't just admire the pretty dashboard. Nope. You use it to power a disciplined experimentation engine. And the process is super methodical. You start with a clear hypothesis like, I bet adding FAQ schema will get us more snippets. Then you run a small, thin sliced test on just a single page or two. You track all your core metrics, and this is absolutely critical. You define your rules for success before you even start. If it works, fantastic, you document the win and you scale it up. It's this beautiful cycle of constant learning and improvement. And look, if you take just one thing away from this section, please let it be this golden rule. Never ever change multiple variables at once. If you rewrite a page, add schema, and change the images all at the same time, you'll have no idea what's actually worked. One change, one test. That is how you actually learn. So what does all this look like in practice? Well, this isn't a one-time project you just knock out. It's a whole new operational cadence, a new rhythm for your entire team. And here's a really practical template for that rhythm. Every week you're running health checks, looking at things like site speed and making sure your schema is error-free. Every month you're launching one of those new disciplined experiments, and every quarter you zoom out a bit. You do bigger audits on things like topic cluster freshness and your overall citation ownership. It becomes this constant, predictable cycle of maintaining, experimenting, and reviewing. I absolutely love this final idea. Measurement is not an afterthought. It is the operational nervous system. It's what tells you what's working, what's broken, and where you need to put your energy. This kind of framework should literally guide every single decision you make about your content. So we'll end with a question for you to take back to your team. Take a hard look at your dashboards and the metrics you obsess over. Is your measurement system built for the internet of yesterday, an internet of clicks and sessions? Or is it truly ready for the internet of tomorrow, an internet of answers and citations? Because that shift, well, it's already happening. Thanks so much for watching.